Is breaking news, everyone. I want to share you some breaking news update from the Department of State with regard to the status of the diversity visa lottery winners for the DV2020 and the DV2021. This is regarding to the lawsuits and the decisions made by the court, which ordered the Department of State to grant certain number of visas for people who are not able to be given the visas due to the global pandemic. So the last update, or this update, was made by the Department of State this week on May 3rd, 2022. If you can look on the screen, you can see here, it says last update May 30, 2022, and this is published in the website for Department of State, Bureau of Consular Affairs. If you look here, this is the Bureau of Consular Affairs. I'm going to put this link on the description of this video so that you can also get it and understand. But before we go all those kind of things, I want to pinpoint the key issues which is on the first paragraph. There are so many things which have been discussed on this one, and I want to make sure that we all understand what it means. So if you are the diversity lottery winner for the DV2020 or the DV2021, and you are pending, waiting for when you will be given opportunity to go to the US visas interview, we know the fiscal years for those visas have already passed, but there are certain kind of lawsuits they were at the court. So this is what the Department of State is giving the updates, what is up to. If you look here, they say, the Department of State is aware of the 4 court orders regarding the reservation of numbers 4 and adjudication of the DV2020 and DV2021 diversity visas as summarized as below. So this is what they are going to talk about. What is all about? The Department of State is appealing these court orders. Just let's go up to that moment. When there is any judgment, this is according to the law. If there is any judgment against or lawsuit against a certain company, when that lawsuit is made in favor of plaintiff, if someone doesn't agree with that judgment, can make appeal. If you make appeal, it means you cannot start following the orders of that ruling because there is appeal. There will be no implementation of the decision or the ruling or the judgment until the appeal has been also decided. While I was making this video last year about the status, I assumed the Biden administration will not do appeal. That was my understanding. Why? Because we know most of the Democrats or Democratic Party usually is supportive of immigration. So for that particular case, when the DV2020 ruling came, so I knew the Biden administration would just go ahead and implement. We're wondering why there is radio silence, there is quiet, nothing is going on with regard to DV2020 ruling, all those kind of things. But what they are doing is, again, in my opinion, is different from what you usually say. Oh, Trump administration is against the immigrants or the whatever. But they are doing the same thing. They are going to against these court orders, meaning they don't want to give more visas. People didn't get the visa because of the Trump's regulations. Why are you appealing so that you cannot grant? So you are supporting the Trump ruling or the stopping the visas. So it's confusing in one way or another. And at the same time, Democrats or Biden and the team were against Trump for not issuing the visas. But now you are going to the court to object, the court to say, give the visa to these people. You want to continue the Trump's ruling or the plan of not giving the visas. That is a hypocrisy to me. So this is what they say they are appealing. Why are they appealing? So this is the explaining why. The Department of State, or the department, when they say department, means the Department of State, is appealing these court orders because the department believes the court misinterpreted the law, finding that the department's policies were unlawful, and the courts exceeded their authority in ordering the Department of State to process and issue the diversity visas beyond the statutory deadline. You see, the Department of State, what is saying is this way. Is saying that they misinterpreted the decision on why they didn't give the visas, DV visas, past the deadline. But the DV visas were not issued 2020 and 2021 from March, to be exact, only March, April 2020. Because of the pandemic, there was a decision for not allowing people to come to America. That was interpreted by the embassy not to issue visas for the DV winners. That went until April, end of March, going to April 2021, which affected the DV winners of both DV 2020 and 2021. But the same current administration, because when we talk about the current administration, Department of State is under Blinken, who is a Democrat. The same Biden administration was against this ordering people not to come. That is Trump is against immigration. That is racism, bro. That is people, whatever, all those kind of bad words. But now you are appealing, saying that the decision under the Department of State was correct, and you wanted to continue with what Trump decided. This is, for me, is hypocrisy of politicians. Okay, this is what they say. I'm repeating to say is a key thing to understand, that because they are appealing, why they appeal is because they say that decision of the Department of State not issuing the visas under Trump's administration was correct. And what they are saying is, for that particular case, they are correct. And according to the law, usually when there is appeal, you cannot go and implement any judgment. So until the appeal is going to be done. So this is what Father is going to say. While the appeal is pending, the courts granted stays with respect to adjudicating visas from prior years, meaning that the Department of State is not required to adjudicate visas from prior years until the appeal court issues its decision. That is what I'm trying to explain. So the Department of State, this is the meaning, will not issue any visas until the court is going to make the ruling of, yeah. So that is what they're trying to explain. That means there will be no these cases. So for those cases like DV2020, they say 9,600, whatever those visas, they are not going to grant anyone. That's why they haven't done anything until the appeal is gone. So they say the courts, however, required the Department of State to complete system modifications as necessary to process DV cases from prior years, which the Department of State will do in compliance with the court orders. The department will publish additional public guidance regarding these cases should it be necessary to do so. So that's what they are trying to explain. But at this moment, if you read this, just this one, it's for clear that they're not going to implement anything until the appeal is done. So if the appeal process takes another year, you keep waiting, which is so sad. The same political party which said that was against it from the beginning now is supporting the same decision. So if you want, I'm not going to read this in detail. This is the summary of the orders they are talking about. Remember, last year we made a video about this decision, which number one is the Gomez-Biden case. On August 17, 2021, the District Court of Columbia in Gomez versus Biden ordered the department to process the DV2020 applications in random order until this number of all 9,095 people visa are going to be granted. That is what number one. Then there is another September. So they are talking about all these lawsuits. So until the lawsuits, I'm not going to read all these one, but all these one, they're talking about these 4 cases. Until the appeals, is going to be decided. If they're not going to be decided, in the end, there is nothing is going to be done. That's what they are trying to explain. So that is the quick update I want to share with you. But the link of this one is going to be on the description of this video if you want to read those particular cases. So for that particular case, if you were the DV lottery winner for DV 2020 and 2021, obvious, you have to keep waiting for further processing to see what is going to happen. I'm very, very sorry, and I feel bad for how this is turning. When I was making the video last year, I remember I was so excited, like, okay, now you are going to be processed because the court has decided so, and we know Democrat and the Biden administration was against this one. So, but to my surprise, they just continue to appeal that they don't want it to do that. Okay, so let's wait and see. Yep. So this is Ernest, everyone, EBM, and remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't